So, President Donald Trump just signed an executive order to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States of America. So, let us understand in simple terms what this matter is, and why this reserve is important for the US. But first, for those who don't know, Bitcoin is a type of digital money, meaning it only exists online, and isn't controlled by any banks or governments. It was created in 2008 to offer a new way of handling money, especially after the global financial crisis. Now, what makes Bitcoin interesting is that there's a limited supply. Only 21 million Bitcoins can ever exist. This built-in scarcity is one reason why some people think it's a good way to protect against inflation, much like how people think of gold. So, Bitcoin can be a digital version of gold because its value doesn't rely on traditional currencies or institutions. In recent years, you can clearly see how fast Bitcoin has raised in value. I mean, 10 years ago, those who bought only 150 to 200 Bitcoins are now multimillionaires. So, you can understand that Bitcoins are extremely valuable today. Well, due to this rapid rise in the value of Bitcoins and their limited existence, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which in simple terms means that the US government will keep or save a large amount of Bitcoin in one place. And here is the video of Donald Trump signing the order. Please watch.
This is very historic, an executive order establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile. This is a promise that you made throughout the campaign, and today we're keeping that promise. The reserve will be capitalized with Bitcoin that the federal government already owns, so it won't cost taxpayers a dime. This is like a digital Fort Knox for digital gold. And premature sales of Bitcoin over the past years cost American taxpayers over $17 billion in lost value because we didn't have a long-term strategy.
Right.
Now we do. So.
And this is something you believe in fully?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
And the whole community believes in it.
Very good. And I made the promise, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is part of a broader initiative to position the United States as a leader in digital financial technology, and this initiative marks a significant shift in U.S. policy, reflecting a growing recognition of the importance of digital assets in the global financial system. Now, you might ask, okay, Bitcoins will be saved in one place, but where will the US government get these Bitcoins from? Will they steal Bitcoins from individuals, companies, or any organization who bought them with their own money? Well, the answer is no. The US government announced that this reserve will hold about 200,000 Bitcoins that the US government has seized from criminal and civil cases, like in the case of money laundering, cyberattacks, and tax evasion. For example, if a hacker group demands Bitcoin from a company after encrypting its data, and the group is caught, the government may seize the Bitcoin ransom that was paid. The idea is to keep these Bitcoins as a long-term asset, kind of like how the US keeps gold in Fort Knox. The government isn't planning to sell them, they'll just hold on to them to hopefully increase in value over time. Additionally, Trump's executive order also creates a U.S. digital asset stockpile, which includes not just Bitcoin, but other popular cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Ripple, Solana, and Cardano. These are also digital currencies that the U.S. government has seized in legal cases. Now, all of this aside, the question is, why is this important for the U.S.? Well, the U.S. government's decision to create this digital asset reserve is a pretty big deal, because it shows a shift in how the U.S. views cryptocurrencies. In the past, the government was skeptical about digital currency, seeing them as risky and unstable. But now, they're starting to see them as a growing part of the future of finance. Already, many countries like Japan, Germany, Australia, the European Union, and El Salvador have legalized payments with Bitcoin. Many other countries are also ambitiously working to legalize it. So, creating this reserve is a way for the US to step up and say, we want to be involved in this new financial world. By having this reserve, the US shows that it's embracing digital currencies and wants to be a major player in the crypto space. Also, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have shown huge price increases over time. If these coins continue to grow in value, the US could benefit from holding onto them. Another big reason is that if the US government holds onto these digital assets and they continue to increase in value, it could one day help offset some of the country's massive national debt. The future profits from selling them could be used to fund things like infrastructure or national programs. Right now, Donald Trump's decision might be hard to understand for many, but the 200,000 bitcoins that the US is holding could increase in value dramatically over the years. For example, if the government hadn't sold some of its earlier bitcoin holdings, those coins would be worth billions today. Also, it will give the US government a huge knowledge boost. Holding cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin could give the US more financial flexibility, particularly in a world where traditional financial systems are being challenged by new technologies. Well, it sounds incredible to have a Bitcoin reserve, but I'm telling you, it also has its disadvantages. The first is definitely security risk. Storing a large amount of Bitcoin involves significant security challenges, and any attack or technical failure could lead to a loss of the reserve. Second, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are incredibly volatile. Their value can swing dramatically in short periods, so it ultimately makes them very risky to hold. If the market turns against Bitcoin or other digital currencies, then the US will face losses. So, there is definitely a higher risk for higher success. In the future, if everything goes according to plan, you will see Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies playing an even bigger role in global finance. As more and more people and governments start embracing digital currencies, the US is positioning itself to take advantage of this change. With this reserve, Trump is signaling that the US is serious about being part of the growing crypto economy. If Bitcoin continues to rise in value, the reserve could turn into a massive asset for the US. However, with crypto's unpredictability, it's not guaranteed that this will always work out. Still, it's a big step toward the US integrating digital currencies into its financial future. Well, Trump has also pushed for Congress to pass industry-friendly cryptocurrency laws and has even started rolling back enforcement actions against some major crypto companies. He's been quite vocal in supporting the crypto industry, and a lot of wealthy players in the crypto space are backing him because they feel the Biden administration has been too harsh on them. Trump has also set up a crypto summit at the White House to meet with key leaders in the industry. So, this is a growing effort to support and regulate the digital asset space. At last, the decision to create a Bitcoin reserve is very unique. But will the US Bitcoin reserve be a masterstroke or a financial gamble? Only time will tell. So, what do you think about Bitcoins and their future? Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.